Hi there. Hi there. This is Brian Garrity's impression of Matt Cole doing an intro.
And I am Matt Cole, and we are the co-producers of the Sexperts podcast.
And we'd like to give a special shout out to our guest this week, Lindsay Horne of Girl-Prov and
Mr. Grimaldi's Fish Market.
Boom of Push Comedy Theater.
Say hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Lindsay has a special treat of having her episode recorded on the day it gets released.
Boom. We'd also like to give a special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater. If you'd like to learn sketch, stand-up, or improv comedy, go to pushcomedytheater.com.
And make your plans now for Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. I believe it's Sunday the 26th at 12 p.m. Matt and I sketch group, The Brightside, is doing an all-ages sketch comedy show, not a kid show, a show that's going to make every single person in the family laugh. $5. Come out. It's a great way to end your Thanksgiving weekend.
The Brightside Family Hour, 26th at 12 p.m. noon sharp. And we also have a show coming up, Herald Night, which is going to be on the 24th, the day after Thanksgiving. And you're in that, Brian, right?
Yes, and all these shows are at the Push Comedy Theater.
Yes.
Tickets at pushcomedytheater.com.
All right. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at The Real Sexperts, on Facebook, The Sexperts.
Email us your request to be a guest or your questions for the show at therealsexperts@gmail.com.
Without further ado, everything you're about to hear is made up on the spot, so please enjoy this next sexpisode of The Sexperts.
Turn on your computer, dial up the web, download some information into your head. It's Dr. John and Delilah, they're having a great time. Da-da to do, it's simply true, we're the Sexperts.
And we're recording and intro music, and hi there. Welcome to The Sexperts. I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydare of Haydare's Shoelaces.
That's right. And we're coming to you live this week at a Wawa on the Jersey Turnpike. It's actually the
first Wawa, in the history of America.
Yeah. And there's a lot of traffic here. We're going to try to... We set up extra windscreens on our microphones. So if you hear a random thing, this
is a huge tourist attraction for New Jersey.
Yeah.
So,
people don't even buy gas here.
No. You can if you're going to wait in line all day.
Right. And it's not self-service.
And there's no line at the 7-Eleven right across the street.
There's no line at 7-Eleven. But I don't want to be too chatty of a Kathy because we have a great topic of the day today, which is actually going to be, I always say it's near and dear to my heart, but this one has my name in the title today. You ready to hear this?
Yeah.
Wait, you were hesitant, Delilah.
Well, this usually we meet on Wednesday to discuss the topic. That gives us 3 or 4 days to research.
Right.
This time you're like, not this time.
I
It's
don't
going to be
need
a
any
surprise
research because it's basically all about me, and I'm not a vain person. But today's topic of the day is Dr. John's Fantasies. Nothing.
No, I just got a little nervous about how many times I'm going to appear in them.
Well, don't be nervous. And actually, I can't say you won't appear in them, but anyways, and I may just limit it to 5. So maybe Dr. John's top 5 fantasies. But
well, there's a huge Reddit channel or Reddit discussion group, whatever they call them, about Dr. John T. Alanese's fan fiction.
Yeah.
So a lot of those people are going to be really into this topic.
Yeah, but they made it be disappointing because none of those have really even broached anywhere near any of my fantasies. So
well, that doesn't surprise anyone.
Talk to me about what you're doing with the shoelace thing. How's that going for you?
Well, the other day I was at a bus stop and I heard this little girl crying to her parents, and she said, "Mom, Dad, I need new shoes.
Yeah,
my shoelaces broke."
Oh,
and I'm like, "Girl, you can just get new shoelaces."
That tugs at my heart. Shoelace strings.
Yeah. So thanks. We'll use that in our ads. But it dawned on me that people don't realize you can get new shoelaces and they don't know where to get them.
No, Amazon Prime.
Stop. And if you do go to somewhere like Amazon Prime, they're just cheap Chinese.
That is true.
No, with all due respect to our Chinese listeners, y'all don't make very good shoelaces.
You got a hair in you there.
Thanks. So, anyways, I started making homemade artisanal shoelaces.
No way.
I'm making fat shoelaces for the hip hop people.
Wait, PHAT?
Yeah. I'm making very thin ones for people who are into like the Mad Men look for the 50s.
What are the materials? How do you source them?
All locally sourced from other artisanal sorcerers.
Sorcerers? Oh my God! There's some witchcraft in them shoelaces.
And honestly, it takes me about a 3-day weekend to make one pair.
Yeah. What is it called? Haydare's laces? What is it called?
Delilah's laces.
Delilah's laces.
Yeah, it's got a nice alliteration there.
Delilah's lace alliteration. Well,
again, I don't want to be too chatty of a Kathy because we got some fantasies to get down with.
That's right. And before we get into our fantasies, we actually have a very special guest with us here today.
Wow, look at the size of that hoagie.
Yeah, look. Wow. How'd you... Hi there. Welcome.
Well, hello there.
Hi there. And who are you? Introduce yourself to our listeners out there.
Well, hello, listeners. My name is Eleanor Rigby.
Oh.
I'm a master baker, but I'm also a relationship therapist. I bring the baking in the bedroom to help you guys out.
Wow. So a master baker.
We can all
Bedroom
master bake
baker.
together. That's on my card. Here.
You have a card?
Let me give you my card.
Oh my golly, look at that.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, my favorite kind of chicken that my mom would make was shaken master bake.
See? I tell you what, mamas know best, okay? As a Southern Christian woman, mamas know best.
I want to get something really obvious out of the way. Is your name is Eleanor Rigby, like the famous Beatles song called Eleanor Rigby.
I only know that
Yeah,
as
I
a
don't
fish song because they covered it.
My mama and papa were really into it.
Yeah.
When I guess they named me, but my everyone calls me just Miss Ellie, or my man friends call me Mrs. Rig, Mrs. Rig, Big Rig, Mrs. Big Rig.
Oh wow!
But this is a.
Oh my God! So the Wawa right outside, is that your big rig that just says Ms. Big
Oh,
Rig?
I do travel a lot for work now.
Oh my
so,
God!
yes.
But you need a truck that big to fit a sub that big.
Well,
It's Hoagie Fest, man. Hoagie Fest.
Live it up.
Live it up.
It only happens 3 times a year.
I do have to travel for work, and Wawa knows how to treat and fill up a Southern woman.
Speaking of living it up and filling up a Southern woman, I want to go into Dr. John's first fantasy, okay? And it's actually it's a Hansel and Gretel thing where I'm walking through the woods. Yeah.
Can I have a bite of that?
You interrupted my Hansel and Gretel fantasy just for a bite?
Well, first things first. It's one of the 7 keys to successful relationships.
Is it? Let's ask the
There's
ex.
7 habits of successful people.
You're coming up with this stuff. Let's ask the real master baker and relationship artist.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are you having trouble with? Are you?
Oh,
You need to
turn
come
this
to me.
around.
Yes, you
Yeah.
need to come to me with your issues and
Well,
your relationship.
I'm about 3 weeks from my separation agreement being finalized.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the stipulations in that separation agreement was that I'd not disparage my soon-to-be ex-wife's cooking anymore in public or on the podcast.
Oh.
So I have to be very careful in my choice of terms. But let's just say
understand.
I have lost a lot of weight.
Oh.
Oh, that is
my,
not
vacation.
You noticed that.
Vacation, my marriage.
You lost a lot of it in your calves for some reason. That's kind of weird.
Well,
Honey, that can come back now. Don't you worry.
The weight in his calves?
Yes.
You have some nice calves yourself.
Thank you.
Tell Delilah here how you can get the calves back.
Oh, just a lot of butter, honey. Just a lot of butter. Oh, and honey. I mean, shoot. You do butter and honey on the biscuits.
By eating them or rubbing them on the calf area?
You know what? In the bedroom, you can rub it. That's a good, in a relationship,
Yeah.
that's a good foreplay item.
Oh, wow.
But, and it's smooth, like
Yeah.
a natural lubricant.
well, that bite of that sub, I could taste like mounds of butter. I appreciate
There's
that.
nothing wrong with butter, honey. More the better.
And this is actually a very interesting Wawa where you can add in extra butter.
It's like you can get
New
whatever
Jersey.
you want. Like you can make your fantasy sandwich.
Fantasy. Oh, there we go. That's a good. That was a slow ball for there. Okay. So let's talk about my second Dr. John's fantasy is actually being trapped inside a spaceship and I can't
Speaking of
escape
trapped.
and my pants fall off. What?
Speaking of trapped,
Yeah.
I had promised this little girl I'd make her some shoelaces out of rabbit hide.
The same little girl that you saw on the bus?
Yeah. And I've got the rabbits.
Oh, God.
I can't bring myself to kill them. Any tips on how to lose
I
my
only do
humanity?
human relationships.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to.
Do you have any pets, though?
I do. I have.
Yeah.
I mean, I live on a farm, so we have we have a bunch of little ones around. We have goats and alpacas. You know,
Alpacas.
alpacas. They're like a cousin of the llama.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're a little smaller. But you know, you can. You know what? You could probably make laces out
I
of
was
their
going to say
fur.
you could lace up an entire football team on one alpaca.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, we have shearing day every year. Bring the kids. Okay?
Shearing day?
Shearing day.
Oh, I thought you said Sheeran, like Ed Sheeran Day. I'm like, all right, let's get down.
I would pay money to see Ed Sheeran on an alpaca.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I love Ed Sheeran.
I don't think that's Ed Sheeran.
What do you know, Eleanor Rigby? You didn't even know. Now, what is your favorite? You don't like the Beatles?
They're not my favorite, even though they are. I mean, I
That's a shame.
I am named after I should But the Eleanor Rigby song, what is that? Lonely People. I used to talk to my mom all the time. I said, "What? I'm not lonely. Why you're just you're destined for me to be lonely and upset and sad."
I think the great Norman Bates said it best: "Is a mother is a man's best friend." You know, so as long as you had your mother, you can never be lonely.
Well,
Correct?
you and I have something in common. A lot of people don't know this, but I was also
We
named
like hoagies.
Besides that, but yeah, a lot of people don't realize, but I was named after a song too.
Oh,
Which?
hey there, Delilah.
Yeah.
Oh,
My grandson tells me that. He sings
Wait,
it
how's
to
this
me all
time?
the
Do you have a time machine? How does this timeline work here?
What?
What? Don't give me that look.
That was a remake. That song was out in the 30s.
Oh yeah, was it Bobby Valentine did that one?
No, it was a barbershop quartet.
Barbershop
hey there, hey there, hey there.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey there, Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah. Hey there, hey there, hey.
Sometimes-
Hey there, Delilah. Hey, hey.
And there's not a lot of barbershop quartets left in the world,
Yeah.
so sometimes I just close my eyes and fantasize.
Oh, there's that word again.
Let's make a what's the opposite of quartet, or what's a quartet with 3? What is that?
A triplet.
A triplet. Let's do a triplet. Let's do a barbershop triplet. Let's sing a song. What do you
right.
want to sing about?
Let's sing about meatballs.
Meatballs. Here we go.
Balls, 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 balls.
Balls, 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 balls. If you want to give me a meatball hoagie, meet me on the corner of Wawa and New Jersey.
Balls, balls, balls.
I'll never understand why that art died. Other than everyone that did it died.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You know what's great about hoagies?
What?
You just you can take them on the road, in my big rig, and I don't have to make a mess. Okay, I don't have to make a mess. I can get 5 hoagies, and I can just go to my appointment wherever it is.
Studies show there's no food that's easier to eat with one hand.
Than a hoagie. I always
Extra
think
sauce, extra onions.
I always think of that word though, like hoagie.
Hoagie. Let's
break it down.
What? Let's start with H.
I was just gonna go.
I don't know that it's an acronym.
Hoagie.
I don't know that it's an acronym.
That's what I thought it was, because a lot of times if it's a word is so weird, it's probably an acronym. You're like, what does that mean? Where did that word come from? It's probably an acronym.
Came from Wawa.
Well, I studied sandwich history.
What is Wawa? Yeah, yeah.
I studied sandwich history at Alabama State.
I think I read that on your profile.
Yeah. And basically, most sandwiches were named after the bread that they first appeared on. So, sub sandwiches were from submarine rolls,
Okay.
which were so named because they resembled
U-boats.
the underwater ship.
Yeah. The German
hoagies were named after hoagie rolls, which were named after
Hogan's Heroes or something.
an old baseball player, Hoagie Berra, because they were his favorite role.
I guess.
Well, see, Southerners were just. I know football. I don't know much about baseball.
What else do you bake? So you're a master baker. I'm sure you have an area of expertise. Like, what is the thing you make the best, and you can maybe share with us?
I make really good cream puffs and cook. Gosh, I mean, I can't think of just one thing though. I just really enjoy each and
puffs.
everything, and I love when someone comes to me with a problem. Like, you have small calves, honey. Honey, you can find a woman to get those calves up again. And
My dating profile says must like small calves. Crickets out there.
You have to invite.
They may be thinking of calves as in like the young lamb calves, which you live on a farm.
Okay, I'll put in parentheses, not the cow kind.
All Okay, so cream
Thank
puffs.
you. This has really helped.
Cream puffs.
Wait.
Cookies.
That reminds me. That reminds me of my third fantasy. Is actually I have the head of a cow, and I'm walking around my elementary school, and nobody's recognizing me, and I'm trying to draw a rainbow on the side of the basketball court.
Speaking of rainbows,
Honey,
Yeah.
this is a fantasy. It's not just a dream. You want this.
This is something I have. Wait.
You
What is it?
fantasize about?
Yeah, no. I want this to happen
Okay.
eventually, and I had to find the right person to have this with.
well, it was raining when we got to this Wawa,
Yeah.
and if you look up to the northeast right now, you'll see that rainbow.
Oh my, it's coming true.
And I do have a cow.
Wait, in your big rig?
Yes, I do. Right out back.
So,
I was taught that on Hoagie Fest.
Yeah.
If you see a rainbow, it's good luck.
During Hoagie Fest, they actually have the rainbow on the little
Oh my God.
wrapper.
That's why. Yeah.
Eleanor Rigby.
I would like to make a new song, though. I do not like to be
That's a great
lonely
idea.
people. I'm just
How about Hey There, Eleanor Rigby?
Mrs. Big Rig. Like something fun.
That sounds like
catchy.
a country western stomper. It was like, hey there, Miss Big Rig.
Well,
Come
see,
on down with your cows and calves.
My man in my life call me that, and all my baking customers, they just call me Mrs. Ellie.
So the men in your life.
Are you polyamorous?
Well, that's a little personal.
Well,
I'm a
I mean,
Southern
you're on a-
woman. It's
On a podcast, so.
and I am
Just between
in a
the
big
two of us.
rig. I travel a lot, so I won't say much more.
Wow, that's got to be another topic of the day is like truck stops, Just truck stops.
Big rig loving?
Big rig, rough ride.
Whoa! Big rig, rough ride.
Let's all shout out our Instagram handles.
So you're in your big rig. You have your animals with you. Apparently, you're on a big book tour. So you're selling your book. You're going around.
I am.
What have you learned about the United States as you're driving cross
Let's all
country?
masturbate together. Let's all masturbate together.
Do you find that people want to masturbate together, or do you have to coax them into it?
I do. The problem with relationships now is it's always been communication.
Yeah.
When we
I've always said that. I said that yesterday.
men and women.
We were watching Blade Runner, the new one, 2049, and I was in the movie. I was like, "Hey, Delilah, communication is key."
Well, that's what I always say to my patients. Okay, how
Your license?
Yes, I got a certificate.
Am I going to owe you a copay after this?
It depends how much advice I give you.
Let's keep it to a minimum. We don't have a budget.
But I say,
What do you say to him?
well, if you buy me a hoagie or something,
Done.
we
already
could work
ate.
out a deal.
So I think he owes you a lot of money right now. Anyways, what do you say to people? What
Well, I
communication?
say with communication, it's so much easier starting it off with some cookies on the table. Okay.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
you're angry, just start the baking and you
Yeah.
smell the smells of sugar,
Oh,
caramel on the oven. Okay.
and that just gets people masturbating.
on the
I
caramel
feel
on
part of the problem.
stovetop.
I feel part of the problem with master baking is there's a sense of shame.
Oh, honey, no.
Wait,
I
before,
was-
during, or
That is the-
after?
I was in my mid-30s before I even admitted that I ever masturbated.
But see,
Did you masturbate before 30?
that is the wrong with our society. We should not be ashamed of our masturbating. Goodness gracious.
Well,
I'm a
I was-
Southern woman and I am not ashamed.
I was raised to believe that it was a sin
Really?
Oh, honey.
To bake?
to
Tell
masturbate.
me.
To
Baking-
masturbate.
Baking was fine,
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's baking soda, baking powder.
but
Community baking.
I was told that if I masturbate too much, I would go blind.
Honey, that is just a...
Yeah.
Were you raised
Yeah, but that-
Catholic?
Yeah, Catholic with a side of
Shame.
no Catholic like
That's already
Catholic
in there.
with a side of Unitarian.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, it's tough.
That is nuts.
So, anyways, it's taken me a
Nuts
long
go
time.
really well with a lot of my recipes.
It's taken a long time for me to be comfortable with the fact that
Yeah.
not only do I masturbate, but
Yeah.
everybody masturbates. Mm-hmm. That's
I do not. Did
Oh
we
my-
discuss that? I do not.
Why not?
I just
If I'm
what do you do when you're fantasizing?
I have a
Maybe
I have
that's
a very fluid fantasy life where it's all in my head, so I don't have
See,
to.
it's very funny you use the word fluid.
Yeah.
That just means a lot to me.
Oh, here we go.
already.
Here's one of my fantasies. So
Okay.
the entire Wildwater Rapids Park is closed, and it's just me, and I'm naked. I'm just running through and doing whatever I want.
May I ask, is
Dippin'
there
Dots.
ever anyone else in your fantasies?
Wait, no, actually. Wait. Hold on. Wait, what does that mean?
And you've never masturbated?
No, I don't see what that has to do with it. It's two entirely separate things.
I feel like
I don't masturbate.
I feel like it means you don't know yourself.
Exactly.
Because you have to know yourself, and you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be able to masturbate alone before you can ever bake with another person.
And maybe that's why none of your fantasies have come true.
Oh my God. I've learned so much about myself in this episode. I don't mean to be vain, but
break out your copay.
I don't have any money.
I have a seat in my big rig if you would like to join.
Can we? Where are you going next? Where are you next in your tour?
I'm going to Tennessee.
You're going to Tennessee?
I hear
Nashville.
there's a great Wawa in Tennessee.
There is a great
Nashville and Tennessee? I do not know my geography. Let's go. They have music there. We could do our triplet there.
I need a new Eleanor Rigby song.
Oh.
And fun fact, my fantasy has always been going to Nashville and sitting in Dr. John's lap.
With a hoagie.
And sitting in his lap eating a hoagie.
Oh my God. We're going to be like the new, what is the car chase? Dukes of Hazzard. We're the new Dukes of Hazzard. We're the master bakers of Hazzard.
I'm down.
All right. Well, I think we should. We did get to a little bit of our topic, but not in depth as much as I wanted to.
And before we hit
about
the
my
red,
fantasies,
before
Dr.
we hit
John's
the red,
fantasies.
I want to run
yeah.
in and get an iced cappuccino.
Well, hurry up. Oh, and grab a pair of shoelaces there too. I need some. Mine broke. All right. So, we're going to be with you on the tour, so we may not be able to release a whole lot more episodes, maybe ever. Maybe this is our new thing. But thank you so much for being on the show, Eleanor.
Thank you so much for having me.
What are your last minute thoughts or words of wisdom to all of our listeners out there?
Just open mind and never be ashamed. You should never feel shame.
And especially to masturbate, right?
Let's all masturbate together. It's out now, you guys.
Let's do it.
Come
All
to
right.
my next book signing.
Yeah, in Nashville, Tennessee. Here we go. All right. As always, I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, and you don't have to walk around with that tongue of that shoe just flapping around. You don't have to do it. You can get some new laces. Just call me up. Delilah Haydair's extra laces, and I'll take care of you.
See you sex time.
Eleanor Rigby.
Data to do it simply true. We're the Sexperts.
That's our show. If you like what you heard and you think it was worth $1, join the official Sexperts fan club at patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. A special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater and all of our supporters. Bye-bye.